If you want to get more offers accepted, today I share with you 5 easy tips that you can implement in your offer strategy to make that happen. Number 1 is increasing your earnest money deposit. Obviously, a seller has one thing they want. They want to sell the property, usually as quickly as possible and with the highest net profit. But they need to find a buyer who is serious. And so by giving a larger earnest money deposit, a lot of times they see that as being more serious. If all of the terms are the same and they have one buyer who is offering $4,000 and another offer has $20,000 on the earnest money deposit, usually they'll go for the $20,000 offer, all other things being the same, because that seems like a more serious and more guaranteed offer for them to go with. Now, the thing is usually you're not even going to have to, if you're not going to buy the property, you're not even going to have to pay the deposit anyways, because if you structure your offer in a way where you have a couple of days in order to pay the deposit, you might be done with your due diligence before you even have to pay the deposit, so you don't even have to pay it anyways. And if you're going to end up buying the property, well, you're going to be buying it and sending cash to the title company anyways. So what does it matter if you do a $4,000, $10,000, $20,000? Doesn't really matter, but it can increase your odds of getting your offer accepted. Number 2, speaking of due diligence, is decreasing the time period for your due diligence. You don't need 2 weeks to do due diligence on a residential property. Now, commercial properties, that's another conversation. But today, talking about buying a single family home for a short-term active type of investment, like a fix and flip or something like that, you don't need that much time. You should be able to work very quickly. From the time the offer is accepted, you get in there, you do your inspections, get your contractors, whatever it is that you need to do. If you have a shorter period of time on the due diligence, the seller will see that as less risky. So once again, all other factors being the same, if they have an offer where somebody wants a week and a half for due diligence and you only need 2 days because that's all you need to go through and make sure that it works for you, they're going to go with your offer because in 2 days, either they will be under contract and you can't escape, or you will have canceled and they can move on to the next offer. So shorten that time period on your due diligence. Number 3 is to offer a proof of funds letter with your offer, or include it with your offer. Now, proof of funds letter is simply a letter that outlines that you have access to funds or cash or funding in order to purchase a property. It reinforces your credibility as a buyer, saying, look, I have money to buy this, and here's the proof that I have it. Now, if you don't have a proof of funds letter, we'd be happy to provide one for you. If you are on our email newsletter, then you can just go to the newsletter and there's a button on there you can click in order to get a proof of funds letter generated for you that you can include with your offers. And if you don't have that, just reach out and we can provide that link for you so you can get that proof of funds letter. It just shows that you're a more serious buyer and that you actually have money to back up your offer and you're not going to back out at the last minute where you want to buy the property, but you can't because you really don't have the money to do so. So proof of funds letter is very valuable. Number 4 is another type of a letter. It's called a love letter. Now, this only works in certain scenarios, but it can work wonders, and it has worked wonders for us. Sometimes agents will not allow their seller to even look at love letters. They'll put in the listing, no love letters allowed, because they don't want their seller to make an emotional decision. That's the whole thing, is for many sellers, selling their property is an emotional decision. And so if you include a love letter where you say, look, I've walked your house and we love it. This is exactly what we've been looking for. And me and my wife and my kids and our dog and whatever else, we are so excited to be buying this and living in it or whatever. I mean, you don't want to lie in a love letter. But if you can write a love letter in a way that ties into the emotions of the seller, if they're an emotional seller, which most of them are, then that can give you a leg up over the competition. And we've had it where we've submitted love letters in the past and we've beat out other investors who offered significantly more than us because we made an emotional connection with the seller. And so they preferred to sell the property to us rather than somebody else with that love letter, just talking about how much we enjoy the property and how much we're looking forward to purchasing it and all of the dreams and hopes and everything that we have along with that property. Once again, honest, lie, but you can write up a love letter in certain scenarios and it can be very, very beneficial. And number 5, last but not least, is ask the seller or the listing agent what they want. And this is the most important one because many times we assume, oh, well, I think the seller's going to want this or that. Ask them, call them up and say, hey, we looked at the property, very interested. We'd love to throw out an offer. However, I want to know, what would your perfect offer look like? I'm so serious about this property. I really want it. So I want to craft my offer in a way that it meets that it checks all the boxes, every single thing that you or your seller wants. So tell me what your perfect offer would look like. And they'll tell you, okay, well, they're going to need a 1-month lease back. We need to close by this date. They're looking, for this amount or this or this or this or this or this. So ask questions, listen, and then craft your offer exactly. Don't assume. Sometimes we assume, oh, they want to close in 24 hours and they want this and that. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. So rather than offering things that are really of no value to that seller, offer exactly what they want. And the only way to find that out is calling and asking them and saying, I want to craft the perfect offer for you or for your seller. Please tell me exactly what you're looking for so I can give you everything that you want. Now, whether or not you can actually give them everything that they want, obviously depends on the numbers and the deal and your analysis and everything else. But at least once you know what they want, then you can craft the offer and you'll have the leg up on everyone else who just assumed this is what they want and didn't take the time to call them. So that's what I've got for you today. 5 easy tips that you can implement in your offer strategy so that you can win more deals and do more investing. Have a great day. God bless.